Hi, I'm Robert Rodriguez, and you're watching Up Late Austin.
Coming up next on Up Late Austin, Paul Renna, a visionary singer-songwriter from Austin, Texas, who recently released his highly anticipated acoustic album, Unplugged. With the extraordinary ability to raise hidden emotion in his listeners, this is an artist who's sure to captivate you. Coming up next on Up Late Austin.
Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm your host, Jake. We have a great show for you tonight. We're sitting down, taking it easy. We're just chilling, just two dudes sitting. One really extremely talented, the other just interviewing him. So, you know. Anyway, without further ado, Paul Renna.
It's good to see you. How are you?
It's been a while since we've had him on, and I'm glad that we had him back out. So, like you know, anyone who watches the show, you know that I always like to kind of get to know the person personally and let you guys know the person personally. So, Paul, I ask this of everybody. I just kind of want to know, not to put you on the couch or anything, you know, but you know, where did you grow up? Where was your childhood?
I grew up in Dallas, Texas, and yeah, I moved to Austin in 1992 for music. And glad to be here still.
There you go.
You know, the scene. And yeah, I mean, that's I grew up in Dallas.
So you were in Dallas and went through that public school system?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Highland Park and graduated in 91. All through high school, I was playing music. Yeah. And
were you in band?
No, I was in choir.
Choir? There you go. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I was in choir for 8 years, and then you know, garage bands with all my bros, and you know, I just got the bug and started writing songs. I had my high school band was called Unknown Figures, and we landed some opening slots for bands like Trippin' Daisy, Jacko Pierce, and you know, it just continued. And then when I graduated, a lot of my friends were moving to Austin, so I kept visiting, and I met Bob Snyder and Patrice Pike, and you know, I was like, this is where it's at. You know,
those are some good friends to have.
Yeah, well, in the Deep Ellum scene in Dallas wasn't, you know, it was kind of on a decline at the time. Yeah. So it was a good move, you know, and like we talked about earlier, you know, the early 90s all the way to 2000 was just a great time, you know, musically on 6th Street. It was just great.
I love it. I love it. When did you, so you played through high school and garage bands, but what was your first instrument? Did your mom and dad make you start on piano? Is that where you learned theory, or did you just start on guitar? Like, what was your first?
No, my dad bought me a guitar, which I wish I still had, because it was a beautiful Memphis guitar, electric guitar, and he didn't even buy me an amp. Yeah. And I think I was like 7. Wow. Okay. And so, you know, I didn't know any chords or anything, and I would put on, you know, the Beatles and the Stones and Zeppelin and just act like, you know, I was playing. And my aunt would catch me in the mirror. You know, she'd come in, I'm looking in the mirror acting like I'm Jimmy Page and Robert Plant and stuff. And so, I mean, it really began then, you know. I mean, I loved, you know, my dad would play like I Love a Rainy Night by Eddie Rabbitt and like America record.
I love America.
And I just, you know, and my dad was a musician, you know, so it was instilled in
your
me.
blood.
You know what I mean? I think it just took those things from my dad giving, give me a guitar, to listen to great classic music like that, and then I was hooked.
Good mixture.
You know what I mean? And it took a long time. I had a lot of bands leading up to, being a solo singer-songwriter now. You know what I mean? I've always been in bands.
Yeah.
So
now it's all on you.
It's all on me.
No pressure. You were playing, pretending by yourself at 7, listening to songs. I do that now, and I'm an adult. So, I need to progress from doing what you did at 7 to doing something now.
No, I mean, I'm 44, and I still am trying to act like I'm,
like a rock
Zeppelin
star.
and stuff.
There you go. Nice. So, when did you what was the deciding factor that made you move to Austin? Obviously, it's a music capital, but you probably come and visit and you're like, I got to get there. Like, what was the...
It was just the energy in the town.
Yeah.
Like, when I would come and stay with my friends, and we would go down to 6th Street, and, I didn't have a band. Like, my high school band had broken up.
Yeah.
And, I was doing some solo acoustic gigs around Dallas. And then when I went to Austin, I mean, like we talked about earlier, just popping into bars and just seeing, some great blues players, some funk, some rock and roll, and some of those bands that I mentioned, like Bob Snyder and Patrice, like Soul Hat and Little Sister and Ugly Americans, they were playing in Dallas, and I had seen them there as well. So I was like, this is what's happening down in Austin.
Right.
So I need to go and check that out.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, it wasn't a deciding factor really that I was coming to Austin. It was just knowing that those bands had that sound in Austin, because I was really into the groove and the funk, and I wasn't really a singer-songwriter then.
Right.
Like, I was a front vocalist, and I needed to find that groove that Austin had.
Right.
Well,
and your voice, it lends itself well, listening to, your newer stuff that, I'm listening to it, and I just get that whole Van Morrison vibe where it's just so soulful, and it lends itself, it's not pretentious, it's just so real. I love that about you. So when was the recent thing where, it's probably a hard decision to, drop a band and kind of, go on your own. That's kind of in the past few years out of logistics, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I have a band that backs my material, called the Brave Companions. But yeah, I mean, just where the industry is and the finances and stuff like that, I'm just out there hustling, doing my solo acoustic thing. And, that's how I write my songs, is by myself. So it's just woodshedding out there. You know what I mean? Like, and it can get a little bit lonesome. But I think those that makes for great songs.
There you go. And when they call and, hey, can you play? You just got to ask yourself. You don't have to ask 5 people.
Right.
Can we play on this thing?
Well, I would love to ask them, but yeah, my past 2 EPs that I've been recording with Omar Vallejo at the 512 Studios. He's become a really good friend and a great producer in the fact that he really knows, like, he can pick my brain and let it flow and it come out naturally. Yeah. So.
And he's got that talent with a lot of people. Like, you're not the only person. Like, a lot of people say that about him.
Yeah, no, he's great. He has a gift of, not only as a great musician, but in engineering. Yeah. But I mean, on the producing and just lending really great ideas. Yeah. He brings the best out of the artist. Yeah. I can't say Yeah. I mean, he's just he's doing a gret thing over there.
Yeah. And, I went to recording school in Ohio, and that's why I moved to Austin. It was the music capital of the world. My brother lived here. And and this, the producer, the sound engineer is every bit a musician as influence to someone's music.
Right.
They totally can pull a sound out or add a sound, or, I mean, they are like the other instrument, very instrumental in a sound of the band.
You also have to find the right person too, because then it's not just like a payday, for them, like somebody that really believes. Right. And I don't Think Omar approaches it that way. I think that he wants the best product, coming out of his studio, but also for the artist to leave with a product that they're proud of. You know what I mean? Instead of like, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Yes. I'm going to get out of the way. It's 10:10. I'm going to get out of the way. Let's do about 15 minutes. We'll come back about 10:25 or so. If you go a little over, no big deal. Let's get in a few songs, and we'll be back.
Thank you.
Paul Renna.
We have the audio. All right, this song is called "Do You Believe." So never mind what you've been told. Let's talk about the days of old South there. Open up your hearts. I'm coming down from sweet despair. A memory and a chance to share. He's calling. Can you hear his voice? Send a sign from the mountains. Show us the way for a little while. And give us shelter for the winter. And rain on us, brother, sister, and child. Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? The truth is out there, it's written on the wall. We're hand in hand, we walk the mile. Just chasing autumn for a summer's child. She's calling. Can you hear her voice? Send a sign from the mountains and show us the way for a little while, and give us shelter for the winter, and rain on us, brother, sister, and child. Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? The truth is out there, it's written on the wall. The truth is out there, it's written on the wall. So walk with me through the garden and dream my love, and dream my love. Sharing now what I become, skin and bones with a deeper trust. I'm ready to walk this path with you. Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? The truth is out there, it's written on the wall. The truth is out there, it's written on the wall. Thank y'all. This next song is called Set Me Free.
wandered off the pavement. It's time to settle down. I'm feeling a little uneasy, living underground. I sheltered all my loved ones so things would work out fine. I'm calling all my brothers, blackbirds in the night. Set me free, set me free. If only just a moment, let it be. It's not easy being restless like waves upon the shore. I'm feeling a little lucky, I was knocking on the door. I'm standing in a white room with a mind full of doubt. I'm asking for the answers, the sun is crying out. Set me free, set me free. If only just a moment, let it be, let it be. If only just a moment, only just a moment, set me free. So wash my hands if you can. I'm ready to become light to withstand every day in every way. Yeah. Reflections of a woman with eyes filled in gold. I'm hoping that my true love keeps me from the cold. The colors have all faded and the world, it spins around. Hold me in your arms, there's music all around. Set me free, set me free, yeah. If only just a moment, let it be, let it be. If only just a moment, only just a moment, set me free. It's free, yeah. It's free. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a good time. This next song is called I Want to Go. Outside my window there are children dancing with angels by the sides. I'm counting all my blessings one by one. There'll be diamonds in the sky. Well, I want to go, yeah, where the children go. They are free, free, yeah. What a place to be. I'm looking from the outside in. There are many emotions that I need to feel. And as I close my eyes, in my heart and soul, I know this is real. But I want to go, yeah, where the children go. They are free, free, yeah. What a place to be. It all lies in our hands. Well, try to find it if you can. 'Cause if you can, go on and lend a hand. I'm doing what I can now to be a better man. Well, sometimes God is lonely. Well, sometimes God is lonely. Sometimes she gets lonely. Sometimes I get lonely, 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 and I wanna go, yeah, where the children go. They are free, free, and what a place to be now. I wanna go, yeah, where the children go. They are free, free, and what a place to be, yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. I'm going to pick it up a little bit for the viewers that are cocktailing or whatnots. It's a song called Fire. Oh, yeah. Come on. Well, I don't need to be replaced. Well, I don't need to be misunderstood. Girl, I wanna feel it like a funky boy should. So keep on trying of what you need. It's only love with no bending knees. Girl, I wanna feel it. Let me hear you say now. We can set this place on fire. Oh yeah. Well, I don't need to be replaced. Well, don't let all these good times ever go to waste. Don't you wanna feel it, yeah? Let me hear you say it. We can set this place on fire. We can set this place on fire. Get on. Oh. Come on now. Say now, we can set this place on fire. We can set this place on fire. Well, I don't need to be adored up against the wall, girl, down on the floor. Don't you wanna feel it? let me hear you say it. We can set this place on fire. We can set this place on fire. We can set this place on fire. Get on.
All right, baby. Appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all.
Getting cozy with Paul Renna. All right. There we go. Can I get like a triangle or play anything with you?
Yeah, sure. You can get the cowbell. We can do that.
I can play some mean cowbell. All right. I think we put out some websites and stuff, but what's your main website?
It's paulrenna.com.
Perfect. Also, so you just recorded. We talked about Vallejo and using the studio there. When did you go in there? Like, how long ago was this? What kind of process was that?
Well, our process is we at 7:30 a.m. we go to the golf course, and then we go and we get some tacos.
There you go.
There we go, and then we go in the studio. No, we hash it out. No, I've been working with them, with Omar Vallejo for, I don't know, like 5 years now.
But I mean, on this particular, the latest release, like Reflections.
Oh, that was last year when we were working. Yeah, last year when we were working on it. But I mean, I have a soon-to-be 5-year-old daughter, and so and he has a son, and it's hard to kind of get together. You know what I mean? Like to really, because I'm playing all the time on the road, and him doing the same.
Yeah.
It kind of takes us like a year to do what what we want to do.
I'm always surprised, like, some people work like 4 years because they're so busy doing their day gig or traveling that they don't get into the studio, very often.
Yeah, I mean,
so it always surprises me.
Yeah, we don't get in. It's just because we're busy. I mean, that's really the only reason. I mean, I wish I can just go in there and 2 or 3 weeks and just kind of bang it out because we probably could do that. Yeah. But it's just, it's like, hey, it's time to pick, like go home and be with my wife and my daughter and be a dad and be a husband. And, but yeah, our process is really, real smooth though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, I mean, and I wasn't joking. Like we go and play golf and we get some tacos and then we get in there and,
getting the right frame of mind.
Just pick the tempos and lay down like the rhythm tracks and then kind of build it from there.
So for this album, did you like come to him with 10 songs and play them? He hears like I have no idea.
No, I'm laughing because there's 5.
Or 5. Sorry.
It took us a year to do 5. But yeah, so I had the 5. I don't know if a lot of people realize, but I mean. When you write a song, you play that hundreds of times, and then I play it 100 times to my wife, you know what I mean? And she gives me the green light, like if it's worthy, and then Omar and I play it 100 times, and then we mix it 100 times, you know what I mean? Like going into his car or my car, and he's got some, he's got a mono speaker, and we kind of start there, and then we go to the smaller speakers, and just so it sounds great and everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's weird because you have to do that.
Yeah.
Because when you mix it, on the big speakers in the studio, then you go to your car and it doesn't sound the same to you. You have to make those adjustments.
Yeah. That mastering process is amazing.
And then he does my mastering as well. Yeah. Like we don't send that off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's because
he's one-stop shop.
Well, I mean, him and a buddy of mine, Paul Renna, he's got the Rock Army Studios. Both of them, I'm blessed to have to work with 2 people that get me and know what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And but it's just a long process. A lot of people don't, it's like, okay, cool, you got this song, and then you lay it down, and then there's just like, oh, I don't really like that part. Let's move things around.
Yeah.
Omar's really good about, you know, taking my idea and saying, you know, drop some of those lyrics and get to the chorus, or, you know, like, what are we going to do for a solo section? We'll use the solo section, you know, like more of a bridge.
Right.
So, you know, it's cool that way. I love the process, but it's definitely different than, you know, and then on a whole nother side of it is, once once it's solidified and it's out there for everybody to listen to, when you go out and play live, I think the song even gets more
grows,
growth and comes to life even more. Like, you know, the stuff that's on Reflections, I love, but that's just that's lightning in a bottle. That's it. That's how I felt at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we don't like to do too many, like, we'll sing it over and sing it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing this long enough to, you know, that, like, I go in and sing the song 4 or 5 times, and then we pick the best performance, and then we, you know, if it's something I can't live with, and I'm driving around in my car, you know, and I'm like, that line is not working, I got to fix that. Then I'll do that.
Now, I imagine each one of these songs, you know, you write a lot. They're all your babies. You love them all, but you can only pick 5. What, you know, is there just the 5 that touch you the most? Is it the 5 that are do you played for a crowd and that the crowds go nuts? Like, how do you, because, you know, how do you pick those?
Well, you always have to kind of play the ones that everybody likes from the you know, your previous records. But to me, like, you nailed it, is your newest songs are your babies. The other ones are already like in college and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
they can handle themselves.
Like, because like my favorites, you know, my favorite songs, you know, like that I'm playing live now are the newer ones.
Yeah.
You know, like from Reflections. Yeah. I don't play a lot from my first record, which was Portrait, but there's a few that people want to hear from that.
Yeah.
And I dig those. Yeah. So then I don't have to play the other ones.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot, you know, you go see Aerosmith, and if you're an Aerosmith, like, diehard, you know that they're not going to play some deep cuts from Toys from the Attic. Right. Like, you know what I mean, that weren't on the radio.
Right.
They just don't see the light of day. Right. So there's a song called Wishing Well from Portrait that I don't play, you know, live at all.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of, you know, you're talking about you get tired of playing them and hearing them over and over. Think about, like, Hotel California for the Eagles, or just, you know, or, you know, Sweet Emotion. Like, they've played them a million, or Stones. Right. Songs they played a million times. They're just probably sick of them, but we all love them.
Well, what I do is the songs that I start getting sick of, I start capoing it and, like,
changing it to make it exciting.
Changing the key so I can sing a different melody for, you know, just so I'm still interested.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I love the words, and I love coming up with different melodies and stuff. So, you know. But I couldn't imagine, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'd like to imagine
30 years of, like, one song.
Yeah, I mean, for them to sing Sweet Emotion, it's kind of like, I mean, how many times has he sang that?
Yeah. So I know you've traveled around. Let's talk about a little bit about your traveling. It's, you know, in Austin. Well, first of all, it's got to be a benefit to be from Austin when you go to other places. Like, does that work in your favor? Get your feet in the door, get your respect around, you know, even maybe the country, but even in, you know, other states besides Texas?
Yeah, absolutely. It does. I mean, my wife and I drove to Nashville, and I did a couple of shows there, and they're like, "Oh, wow, you're from Austin." And they were totally blown away. And I hadn't even sang yet.
Right,
you know what I mean?
But he's going to be good. He's from Austin.
Well, he's got to be, right? You know, and I hope that they would dig it, you know. But, yeah, I mean, you know, when we do the bookings and stuff and I'm on the road and stuff, you know, definitely when I drop that I'm from Austin, Texas, it's definitely in my favor.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Where are some of the places you played outside of the U.S.? Because we've had a lot of Austin bands on. You're really traveled.
Yeah, I'm about to go for the 3rd time to Tasmania, Australia.
Nice.
And I went there last August and performed 2 shows and received really well.
Yeah.
It was actually on an off night. My wife and I went to the bar that I was playing at, and the band sound checked, and they went into their first tune, and it was Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Ooh. Like, I was just like, dude, I'm at home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in Hobart, Tasmania, Australia, and they're playing Texas Flood.
Yeah. They're going to love me.
They're going to love me.
You do got that, like, that soulful. I can see them loving that. Where all you traveled around in Texas? You have some favorites. I know you went to, was it Marfa recently?
Yeah,
I dig those pictures.
Yeah, we went and did some video and some promo photos. We stayed at the El Cosmico, and it was magical, man. It really was. West Texas, I'd never been to West Texas, and we drove 2 hours to La Jita, and I played some golf out there and ended up playing at the resort bar just randomly.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody was digging me there, you know what I mean? So it was cool. And we were talking earlier, I went for my third time to Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and played the International Guitar Festival. Oh, it was great, man. But I definitely
Tequila much?
I had a little bit of mezcal, so I don't know, I'm getting too old for that.
Yeah, I know. We were joking about Coors Light. Yes.
Yeah.
Coors Light, guys. All right. I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to have him do another 15-minute set. We'll come back and talk about slowing things down a little bit. But here we go. Paul Renna.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for watching.
Put me on a one-way train, it's a lonely road. All the same, how I miss you, how I miss you. I've tried to fight these tears, just rolling along for so many years. Haven't got through, have I got through? Well, send me all your love and your grace. I've opened up my heart, now there's space. Well, all along I was wasting time, just counting miles to the county line. How'd I get here? How'd I get here? There's a chance to find a way back home, to mend a heart that's filled with stones. How'd we get here? Well, how'd we get here? Well, send me all your love and your grace. I've opened up my heart, now there's space. Well, southbound train whistle blowing, pale moonlight, where you going? Take me home, take me home, take me home, where I belong. Hear the sound of the northern wind, a voice inside speaks now and then. How I need you, yes I need you. It's time to put those days aside and pack my bags, and I realize that I need you, yes I need you. Send me all your love and your grace. Open up my heart, now there's space. Well, southbound train whistle blowing, in pale moonlight, where you going? Well, take me home, well, take me home, well, take me home, where I belong. Thank you. A little sip of water. I'll play, this next song is called Lift You Up. This life has been given. Trust what's in your heart is real. And keep shining and feel the rhythm. Can you see the light that heals? We're holding on to wondrous dreams. Line them up and call them by name. Let's make change. Ooh. Make change. This home we built together is rooted by the strength of our love. We'll be patient and give a little. Let's make a toast to the ones up above. We're holding on to wondrous dreams. So line them up and call them by name. Make change. So what about life and love? A song to lift you up. Keep it in time, spread it all around. These songs will lift you up, yeah. We all need change. Can you hear the river calling your name? So hold on to the stars. Your faith lies in your heart. Make change. This life, it has been given. Trust what's in your heart is real. We're holding on to wondrous dreams. So line them up and call them by name. Let's make change. Ooh. So what about life and love and a song to lift you up? Keep it in time, spread it all around. These songs will lift you up. But what about life and love? The song to lift you up. Goodbye rain, hello change. Songs will lift you up. Lift you up. The song to lift you up. Lift you up. The song to lift you up, baby. Thank you. Appreciate it. And for my next selection, this song's called Home. Here I go on the road again, chasing that old dream, my friend. I'll be home. I'll be home. I'm headed out east to New Orleans. Find me a woman with a tambourine. I'll be home. Yeah, I'll be home. I hope you're there when I hit the square, black dress on and flowers in your hair. When I was young, wild and free, I was falling in love with my heart on a string. I'll be home. I'll be home. These memories were meant to last. The days roll by and they move too fast. But I'll be home. Yeah, I'll be home. Moon is out and it feels so right. A little bit of heaven, we can dance all night. We're singing la la da, la la da. Singing la la da, la la da. So here we go on the road again, to live a lifetime in love, my friends. I'll be home. Yeah, I'll be home. And la-da-da, la-da-da. Singing la-da-da, la-da-da, yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope everybody's enjoying the music. This next song it's called A Star Is Forever. And I've watched a star fall to the earth. You see, I walked many miles just to find her, but now here we are. Baby, hold on. The sky opened up and it stayed true. It seems you lost your way, but then I found you. But now here we are. Baby, hold on. So do what you love and the rest will follow. We can be here but then gone tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. You see, I wandered down that lonesome road. I was blinded by light and bitter with that cold, so cold. But now here we are. baby, hold on. So do what you love and the rest will follow. We can be here but then gone tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. And turn out the lights and we'll keep together. I hope and I pray that it starts forever, yeah. Yeah. So come with me in the dead of night. We can dance with the fireflies tonight. They go na 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 na, na 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 na. Well, there are many things that we can't explain. But only time will tell if you feel the same. But now here we are, baby, hold on. So here we are, baby, hold on. So do what you love, rest will follow. We can be here, gone tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. And turn out the lights and we'll keep together. I hope and I pray that it stops forever, yeah. Yeah. Sing it with me. Na 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 na, yeah. Yeah. Na 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 na. Na na na, yeah, yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you.
One more little intimate conversation. All right. Let's quickly talk about the heyday of Austin and what that was like.
It was wonderful.
Do you remember it?
I do remember it vaguely.
It was so wonderful. You might not remember it.
Yeah. No, when I moved here in '92, man, it was just great. I fell in with some great musicians, great friends. We're still friends. And even when the band split up, like it was all, cordial and everything. And everybody's actually my drummer, Brandon Elizondo, is playing, still playing drums with me.
Nice.
He's got some other projects and stuff. But I'm fortunate to, keep that friendship, because usually, bands break up and they never talk again.
And by the way, let's do some name dropping on, you've been in a few bands. What's like kind of just quickly some of the bands you've been in that people might have heard you in?
Yeah, my high school band was called Unknown Figures, like we talked about. And then when I moved to Austin, I started Rhythm Child, and that band did really well. And that's who, I played in the band with Brandon. And then when that band broke up, I was in a band called Jump Train. We played at Steamboat, and we played.
There's a name I haven't heard in a long
we played
time.
at the Black Hat and Steamboat, and then we would go to Houston and San Antonio and Corpus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I put together a band called Jumbo Shrimp, which was like a funk band.
Well, you're saying a lot of names I've never heard. I know like Kings, like some of these.
Yeah. And then after Jumbo Shrimp, my buddy David Self and I started King Zero.
Okay, yeah.
And so we went on to do some good stuff and did a lot of traveling. And then we moved to Dallas for, 7 to 8 years. King Zero existed. And it was when that band kind of dismantled, is when I was really heavy into writing my own song. I mean, I was always writing songs, but doing this singer-songwriter thing, you know what I mean?
Nice.
And trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
And actually King Zero is back together. So if anybody wants to check out a rock band that I was in where I didn't play guitar, it's kingzeromusic.net.
Huh.
So it's a whole different side of you know, what I was doing for the show today.
Nice.
I have some different looks.
Yeah, and I always like it when, like, you know, some country band, like, their favorite music is like Metallica, like they make that jump. It's cool.
I'm friends with Cody Canada, and he was, you know, a big fan of Eddie Van Halen. So
yeah, that's awesome.
You know, the Red Dirt, you know, fans might not know that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Let's kind of take me back. You know, you have a child. What does that do to your songwriting? Them getting married, having a kid, are you more in tune with, like, you know, you have a little girl, I have a little girl. I know I've definitely become so soft and sensitive, you know, when you have a little girl.
Yeah.
You just emotionally, I don't know, did it have any effect on your songwriting?
Well, I mean, my wife is my best friend, and she's my, you know, biggest supporter. So, you know, I mean, music means so much more to me as I get older. You know what I mean? Like, it means, because I take time for the lyrics. I take time, you know, I don't want to settle on, you know, I want it to be the best it can be, and the best of, you know, where I am in my life, and being happily married and blessed with a daughter, you know. And so sometimes the lyrics are in there where they're referenced to that, but it's not like, I have yet to write like a song for my daughter.
Right, and it's not like,
you know, but like you know, definitely, because I'm in a happy place. It's definitely like, it's about my wife. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's because we love each other so much.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it comes out, even if it's a phrase.
Yeah. And we got about 30 seconds here. Let's also talk about, where are some of the next upcoming gigs that we can find you out besides looking on your website?
I have a big show here in Austin this Thursday, which is June 15th at Threadgill's at 8 o'clock. So I would love, you know, for the Austin viewers to check that out. I've never played that venue. We could talk like forever. There's certain places in Austin that I've never played, and Threadgill's is one of them.
Wow.
So and then they can just check out paulrenna.com. I'm playing. I pretty much tour around Texas. So.
Nice. We're about to end it, but thank you, Paul. We're gonna run credits.
Absolutely.
Man,
hey,
I wish.
Peace.
Yes.
We need more peace in the world.
Yes.